Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a had a fantastic weekend. It's Monday, but I got a 3-day weekend because I have a different job and I have kind of like a teacher schedule now, so it's pretty awesome. So here I am to sit and chat with you guys because for some reason everybody on my plant videos is saying that they want to see my personality more, which is funny because everybody on my unboxing videos tells me that I'm a piece of crap and I need help. It is 2020 and you cannot write a negative review about something if you bought it. Guys, I'm going to get into my top 5 houseplant fails. This is like kind of like my top 5 houseplant fails of 2019, but I didn't even do that video because 2019 videos were so 2 weeks ago. So this is obviously going to be a progressive video. It's probably going to come out about once a year because as a hobbyist, I have houseplant fails. Let's just all fess up. We all suck at some point of houseplant caring, okay? Like my mom, she professionally takes care of plants. She owns her own business called The Plant Lady. Don't look her up on the internet because you won't find her because she literally, she's so anti-technology. You just don't. I am her little protege now, I suppose. Little, not so much. I'm a large person, plus size. Where is this going? Just my top 5 houseplant fails recently. Because there will be more. Let's all just fess up. There will be more. I'm going to start with this one. And this one's pretty self-explanatory. There's freaking snow in it. Oh, I'm a bad person. Yeah, I had this out on my deck this past summer. It was a Pearls and Jade Pothos. And it wasn't mine. I hope my best friend is not watching this right now. So she was having a really difficult time with this Pothos, though she's the worst plant mom ever, so. She just brought it over one day. I was like, here, rehab this. And she handed it to me and it got left on my deck and it never got rehabbed because I never even brought it inside because I'm a bad friend. No. So I went straight into my wedding season as soon as I got it, and all of my houseplants really suffered this past summer because I worked full-time and I had a full-time job and like a part-time job and like another part-time job. So, and I had 24 weddings in a row. So I kind of got neglectful and I left it outside, and now the frost has cracked this and I know she liked this pot. So long story short, don't hand someone with fragile mental health and works a lot your plants in the summertime. Joke, not really. Anyway, I owe her a pot and a Pearls and Jade Pothos because this one, Frosty the Snowman took them out. There was a time, this was a string of pearls. Oh man. So this was a string of pearls. Take a look. Let's admire my failure here. So I kind of want to just throw this out the window right now because I don't know what happened. It just wasn't doing well in my house this past summer, and I got the good old bug of, literally, we're gonna get to that literally bug part, but I got the bug of throw it up the side, and if it lives, it's meant to be, and if it doesn't, it's not. And it was summertime, and the thing got drenched in thunderstorms and got plenty of water. It was completely fine, and it lived all summer outside on my deck, and it looked great, and it was a string of pearls. So I brought it back inside, and stupid me just put it directly right on my windowsill and was like, oh, this is a good idea. Just putting this right on my windowsill for right under all of my other plants that I adore, straight from outside. And lo and behold, what do you think happened? Thrips. So I noticed that like a couple weeks ago. So I noticed it on this like really bad, and then on my string of raindrops or string of teardrops. So I immediately rehabbed the string of teardrops because I didn't want to cut it, and this thing got thrown right outside. And then of course we went through a strange, crazy 70-degree weather snap here in PA, and it was completely warm, and this thing started thriving, and I would open my door and see all the little bugs like smiling at me, and I was like, ugh, I threw you out here to die. And then finally, lo and behold, in Philly, the weather finally blew in, and it snowed, and it got bad, and all the little thrippies, which I'm gonna throw this out the door when I'm done with this, but all the little thrippies got killed. But unfortunately, the sacrifice was also that string of pearls. But I do have a large, gorgeous string of pearls that I'm very proud of. I'm really sad, like, I mean, I always feel bad for a plant when it doesn't survive and when I kind of give it the shoo out the door, but it had to be done to save the children, to save the rest of the children. It had to be done. Number 3 I will show you is my Calathea zebrina. Now this thing was gorgeous, okay? When I bought it, it's probably the second most expensive plant I own. I'm gonna say it's the second most I own. And it was $62. I don't spend that kind of money on plants. I think that millennials are obsessed with houseplants because it ties very much into the Pokemon of our childhoods. You gotta catch them all the different species and names, and if you take care of them and you battle for them, they will level up and get big and love you. So I like the thrill of the chase. So I could spend a significant amount of money on Etsy and get like the coolest plants that I really want, but there's something about going to nurseries and being in that environment and finding the find. It's like a scavenger hunt. That's the type of environment I like for plants. Like, I have bought plants online, like, come on. But I like plant ventures. And that's why I take you guys plant venturing me with so much, because like I said, like Pokemon, we're trying to catch them all. My Calathea zebrina. I had just gotten it. You kind of had heard this story in my houseplant tour. So I found it at Ots. I loved it. It was $62. I was like, yeah, I'm buying this. So I bought it and I was so proud and I loved it. And it was summertime and I went to Urban Jungle and I saw Nick Pileggi there and he was like, you're gonna have to water it with distilled water. It's gonna be so mad at you. And I'm just not at that point with my plants where I will give them distilled water because I got bills to pay. I got mouths to feed. There ain't nothing in this world for free. I bought it and it was doing good, and then one day it was like 103 degrees here and I decided that everybody said how much Calatheas adore humidity. So it was nighttime, it was dark, the humidity was 100% outside. It was oppressive. So I just wanted to put my Calathea outside to enjoy the humidity that the night had to offer. And then when I woke up for work, I would bring it back inside. Now, knowing me, I did not remember to bring that thing in before work, and it endured a scorching, dry, like 104 degrees, scorching, blaring sun day outside. And I came home and I was really devastated, but it was just crisped. All of the leaves outside were crisped, yellowed. It went from gorge to just norge. I don't know. I made that up because it was not cute. So bummed about it. I still have it. I'm rehabbing it. I actually just found one at Lowe's actually. So I have 2 now, but I'm going to rehab this one, and my dog's taking a few chomps out of it as well. But it'll stay with me and I will rehab it, but my stupid dumb self going to work. See, now if I just didn't have a job, this wouldn't be a problem. Money, capitalism, what is that? My next plant is like a mixture of an extreme success and an extreme failure, and it was definitely a joint effort. I don't blame myself solely on this one. Because I just can't blame myself. I'm a millennial. I wanted an Anthurium clariniverum, or however the heck you say it, so bad. And it just wasn't showing up at any stores or anything near me, or anywhere that it would be slightly within my budget. So I found one for around like $70-ish on Etsy, and they shipped it from Sri Lanka, and there were decent reviews, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm going to get an Anthurium. I had like a terrible day at work, and I had a lot of those, so I need to stop having those. I had a terrible day at work, and I was like, I'm buying it. I'm buying myself an Anthurium, and I did, and it came It took forever, first of all. I kept messaging the guy. It took over 2 months, I believe, to come, and finally it got here. My boyfriend unboxed it and it was just dead. It was, everything on it besides one half leaf was yellow and soggy, and it had probably been stuck in customs. And it was destroyed, basically, and I was pretty upset about it, and I messaged the guy and I was like, hey, it got here, and he said he'd send me another one, but lo and behold, his Etsy shop was down and I never got one sent to me, so screw you. It ended up that the one leaf that was semi-green flopped off, of course, because it just wasn't gonna make it, so I nursed this bald dirt pile for months and months and months, and lo and behold, a leaf appeared and it was gorgeous. I was so excited. I was like, I nursed it and I did this and I'm amazing. And then all of a sudden it started to get these weird crispy yellow spots, and I was trying to look up, and apparently anthuriums get these like diseased spots, and lo and behold, here is my Anthurium claridoverum now. The only leaf I have looks like that. Makes me so sad, but, and these things grow so slow. It took me 8 months to get this leaf. I've had this leaf that I don't even know how I can tell you. I am trying to nurse this like dead looking leaf to stay. Stay with me, I am home, out there, I love you more than I. Let's take a peek in there. I have a little baby leaf coming in. Yes, don't mind me. I have some fly catchers because I'm trying to catch those little guys, but oh my god, there's a baby leaf coming. Take your order cause your body like a carrier. Turn me on, baby, coming like a carrier. I am so excited for this thing to pop another leaf. I just hope this like crispy disease doesn't spread, because yes, eventually I will cut this off when it gives birth. It looks like there's a little part of it creeping up here that maybe the Anthurium could get preggers and give birth to another beautiful baby leaf for me. Creepy? Yes. Do I care? You guys get it. Last but not least is my sweet baby angel, my monster deliciosa. I moved our bedroom around for aesthetic purposes, and I wanted to have our bed by the window and plants hanging around us, and my monstera was rather large, so I hitched it to the corner where some filtered light kind of filtered in, and I was like, okay, I'll keep rotating it. And then I hate using this excuse that I got so busy, but like 24 weddings that we're doing photography and makeup for in the summer, plus working full-time as a manager and getting a new job and having my own side business and working part-time for a salon. It's like, wedding industry working is high pressure, especially when you work full-time at another job. I just didn't start rotating it, and his whole back just bulged out, the poor guy, and he is flopped so far forward. The other day, I recently took I took 2 stakes and I topped him up a little bit, and he's looking much better, filling out a little bit in the back. He's starting to go up a little bit, but I really kind of, if you look in my houseplant tour, you can see he's kind of, mine's not very viney, he's kind of bushy, and he's angry because I did abandon him, and he has a lot of deadening leaves, my poor monstera. And monsteras are not difficult to raise, it's just difficult to, you know, remember to take care of them all the time. Those are my top 5 failures, basically, of 2019, but my top 5 houseplant failures. Let me know down in the comments what you failed at this year, or like your biggest ones. There are like categories that I'm pretty good at failing at, like calatheas, ferns, begonias, like those are my 3 like so I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna get better, better. I can try, right? Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you have a fantastic evening. It's Monday. Let's get this week. Let's not be destination happy. Let's just take it one day at a time. Don't pray for the weekend. I know I'm guilty of that, but I hope you have a fantastic day, guys. Have a good one. Happy planting. Bye.